My name's Andrew, Labor's candidate for Parramatta. Morning everybody. Another beautiful morning in Granville.
Deep in Labor's heartland, ALP candidate Andrew Charlton is trying to convince voters he's got what it takes to represent the multicultural seat of Parramatta.
I'm happy, I'm very, very happy.
3, 2, 1. People care about the rising cost of living and the financial pressure that puts on their families. We have a significant plan to create jobs here in Parramatta. It starts with skills, building up TAFE and expanding university places. It goes on to broader infrastructure and specifically Labor's plan for a national reconstruction fund to support the regrowth of Australian industry.
His Liberal opponent, local businesswoman Maria Kovacic, is also focusing on the cost of living and creating jobs.
This is me, I'm Maria, I'm the Liberal candidate for Parramatta. Without a strong economy, we can't provide cost of living relief and we can't build new things, we can't build infrastructure.
But Labor leader Anthony Albanese is hoping his candidate's glittering credentials will encourage voters.
You know Andrew Charlton is our candidate for Parramatta. Andrew is a success story. I want success stories and I believe he is an outstanding candidate. He'll make a great member of Parliament here in Parramatta.
Andrew Charlton was Prime Minister Kevin Rudd's senior economic advisor during the global financial crisis in 2008. The father of 3 studied at Oxford and heads the local arm of a global consulting firm.
I think my experience as an economist and a business owner will help deliver a plan that enables the families of Parramatta to build a better life for themselves and their kids.
I know you've been parachuted in, so you'll only be short-lived when you'll be up the ranks.
But Andrew Charlton is having to explain why he's the right candidate for Parramatta, given he lives nearly 30 kilometres away in the harbourside suburb of Bellevue Hill. He says he's planning to move.
I've bought a house in North Parramatta and I'm really excited about being part of this incredibly strong community.
If you lose, will you still move here?
Absolutely. We've bought a house, we're committed to Parramatta and we're really excited to be part of the community.
The Labor Party has faced criticism for overlooking diverse grassroots candidates. Union lawyer Arba Devasia from Labor's left was one hopeful who missed out.
People like me, people like the community in Parramatta and the majority of Australians, the growing majority of Australians who are not that connected are not represented in Parliament, and that's what I wanted to change.
Last month, she told 7:30 she'll still support Andrew Charlton despite her disappointment.
This isn't just one party, this is right across the spectrum, right? We see the same people again and again, and I thought that this was a real opportunity to change that, and we missed it.
I think Labor has a really diverse set of candidates at this election across the board. All I can do is present my plans for Parramatta to the voters over the next 5 weeks and let them decide.
I'm a local, I'm a mum, I'm a small business owner and there's a bunch of information about me on the back.
A lovely photo.
Oh, thank you.
Liberal candidate Maria Kovacic is door-knocking relentlessly in an effort to swing the seat after 18 years in Labor hands.
I'm a mum, as I said, a small business owner. I'm a first-generation Australian, so like 70% of the electorate, my parents were born overseas, and I understand the ways that migrant families need to navigate their path when they come here.
The businesswoman is one of the candidates endorsed after a court stoush and federal intervention from the Prime Minister in the New South Wales Liberal Party.
These are great candidates. Maria Kovacic there in Parramatta. She hasn't been parachuted in from the eastern suburbs, and I'm really glad we're able to select her.
Parramatta is a growing commercial and business hub. Home to nearly 260,000 people, the food and grocery manufacturing sector alone employs nearly 5,000 people.
You've been here for quite a while.
Yeah, almost 6 years in total now.
That's fantastic. So a couple more years to go on your trade?
Well, that's it, yeah.
During the first week of the campaign, the Prime Minister visited the Rheem water heater factory in the heart of the electorate.
So much of our economy is driven by the very things that happen right here in Parramatta.
What wasn't apparent to many of those who viewed this photo opportunity is that a cloud of uncertainty hangs over the factory, with dozens of jobs due to be shipped offshore to Vietnam.
Message to those Rheem workers who are losing their jobs, and what is your government doing, or is your government doing anything to stop jobs like that moving overseas?
Well, they're voluntary redundancies, and so they've elected to take those packages. So I wouldn't describe it in the way that you have.
Rheem told 7:30 voluntary redundancies will be offered to up to 50 employees initially, with the final number of impacted workers to be known by early next year.
Isn't there a bit of a disconnect though if the jobs at that particular factory are going offshore?
I think when you look at the scale of the organisation and the jobs that are coming and what's actually happening in Western Sydney and in the Parramatta electorate around jobs growth, you take it contextually in terms of the broader economy instead of one isolated situation, then I think it's a little bit different.
Labor candidate Andrew Charlton, whose father once worked at the same Rheem factory, was quick to capitalise.
They simply don't understand the realities facing workers here in Parramatta or the challenges in Parramatta's manufacturing industry.
The battle for Parramatta could ultimately come down to who voters decide will best represent them in Canberra.
I think this seat is going to be really tight. I think we have a big challenge ahead of ourselves.
I'm here because I believe I can win it. I want to contribute to this community, I want to give back to this community, and I'm working flat out every day to do it.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.